everyone. Marc Lobliner, CEO, MTS Nutrition, Chief Marketing Officer, TigerFitness.com, creator of the Outright Bar, as well as partner in the Ambrosia Collective and 015 Nutrition. So, you're dieting, right? And you're hitting a stick point, right? You haven't lost 1 to 2 pounds this week, and you really want to keep the weight loss going. So the question is, do you lower calories or do you increase cardio? And that is a valid question. Now, this answer might be long-winded. We'll see how long this video goes. But I am of the belief that cardio should be done year-round. All of my clients at marclobliner.com, my coaching program, my training program, every single one of my clients does year-round cardio. Now, for my clients, we lift weights. We lift heavy-ass weights. We go hard. We leave it all on the gym floor. So, by the time we get done weight training, we do not have the energy or the nervous system capability to be able to do a high-intensity interval training alongside weights. Now, if all you do is cardio, and you have to choose between sprints and low-intensity cardio, which would be walking, step mill, elliptical, basically the old rule is you can talk while you're doing it regularly, right? Like high intensity, and low intensity, like, oh, I'm having a great day. Let's talk about the news. Let's talk about the weather, right? So, for the purpose of this video, we're going to use low intensity steady state and assume that you are weight training 4 or more days a week. Okay, so looking at that, there's a lot of variables in play. Now, I'm going to give you my opinion, what I do, and then I'm going to go ahead and we'll talk about it, okay? Now, for most people, we live sedentary lives, right? For most of us, we sit at cubicles. I have a stand-up desk. I'm standing all day, but I also coach at Ravenwood High School. I'm the strength coach a few days a week. So I do move around a lot in my jobs, and I'm a very active, you can tell I'm a fidgety person. So I burn a lot of calories. My NEAT, or my resting caloric expenditure, is really high. But a lot of people just sit on their asses and do spreadsheets all day, and there's nothing wrong with that. You got to pay the bills, man. $20 is $20. So you're dieting, and you hit a stick point, and you're already doing some cardio. Do you raise cardio? Do you lower calories? Few things to take into account. One is, how high are your calories? If you're eating over, let's say right now my macros are between 4,500 and 5,000 because I'm actively gaining, right? So if your calories and your dieting are high like mine, I could probably say you could go lower. But here's the problem. So I like to keep protein at around a gram of protein per pound of body weight. And I like to keep fat at around 0.5 gram per pound of body weight. So for a 200-pound male, 200-pound person, I'm going to say male because a lot of women don't weigh 200 pounds who diet this hard, right? You're at 200 grams of protein, 100 grams of fat. Now, what I do is I take your overall caloric intake and I will use carbohydrate to fill in the rest of the calories. So let's say that you're dieting so long and so hard that your carbs are really low, below 100. And I don't want you to be ketogenic, and I don't want you to be, I don't want you to be gluconeogenic. I don't want you to just burn protein for carbohydrate, right? So I want to keep some carbs in there for your pumps, for your sanity, right? For your thyroid, a lot of reasons, right? So what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to increase your cardio. So what I would do at that point, if your calories are really low, is every time a stick point's hit, I'm going to raise your cardio by about 5 to 10 minutes. Or by a day. So let's say you're doing cardio for 30 minutes 3 times a week. You hit a stick point, I'm going to raise it to 30 minutes 4 times a week. Then 5 times a week. Then 6 times a week. Then 7 times a week. And then you start messing with the times because you got 7 days, right? It's 35 minutes extra cardio if you simply raise that 30 to 35. That 35 to 40. That 45 to 40, that 40 to 45. See what I'm saying? Now, I wouldn't take cardio necessarily over an hour and a half, split into 2 sessions. What I was doing is I'm going to get into me because I'm different, but a lot of people ask, what do you do? What do you do? I'm going to tell you exactly what I do. And it's because of who I am. And my goals are not just to be jacked and tanned. I can't even get tanned. I had the fucking skin cancer, right? My goals are to be healthy and jacked. So you got to take into your goals, right? You got to take into account. If you just want to be like a pro bodybuilder, if you just want to be Big Ramy, I don't think Big Ramy really gives a fuck about his health. Now, Kai Green, That man does 2 hours of cardio year round. We did 45 minutes of cardio before every training session we did together. So what you do is you split cardio. Okay, if you train later in the day, you wake up in the morning. I like doing it. So what I do, I'm going to tell you what I do. What I would do is I'd wake up in the morning. Let's say you have an hour and a half, or you have over an hour. An hour you could do in one session, right? Now, if you get over an hour, you split it. Like, let's say you're at like an hour and 10 minutes, go 45 and 25, whatever, right? Whatever the math is. Don't fuck with me on math. I don't have time to do math right now. I'm trying to explain something. So anyway, so if it's over an hour, do it in split sessions. So what I like to do is wake up in the morning, empty stomach, take advantage of the empty stomach, do your low intensity steady state, pop 6 yohimbines and some drop factor with it, and you're good. Well, not 6. I take 6 because I'm 200 pounds, 210 pounds. All right, so basically take 0.2 milligrams per kilogram body weight yohimbine. For me, I take 2 drop factor and 5 yohimbine caps. I'll link it down below. I do that all the time. And then you train later in the day, you throw in the rest of your cardio, whether it's 20 minutes, whether it's 30 minutes. So what I would do is pre-contest, I'd have 45 minutes to an hour when I woke up. And then when I train at noon after my workout, I'd finish out my cardio and I'd go and do my 20, 30 minutes, whatever's left over, right? That's if you're at that point. And again, that's if you don't have any calories to utilize. That's the only time I go over 45 to 60 minutes, is if you're literally on poverty macros. Now, if you're able to diet and keep your calories high, that's fine. But also realize cardio doesn't burn that much calories. Like, even for a guy my size, an hour of walking burns about 350 calories. Now, factor in the supplements, the HRT and all that, and my metabolism's really good, maybe 400, but it's really not that much. So if you can get that from calorie reduction, by all means do it. But here's why I do cardio. It's fucking good for you, and it's beyond the caloric burn. It increases your glucose sensitivity, increases your insulin sensitivity. It increases your uptake. It improves your recovery if it's low intensity because it's stimulating your blood flow throughout your body, delivering nutrients throughout your body. It's healthy for your heart. It's healthy for your lipid levels. It's healthy for your cholesterol. Year round, even in the off season when I'm adding calories, I will be doing 30 to 60 minutes of cardio upon waking, or if I train first thing in the morning, I'll allot more time, just wake up early and do it post-workout. All year, 7 days a week, I will be doing 30 to 60 minutes of cardio a day. Before the cardio session, if it's in the morning, what I do is I wake up, I take all my health supplements, and then I take my drop factor and yohimbine, and then I get out the door and I do my cardio. If I'm doing a post-workout, what I do is I train, okay? When I have 15 minutes left in my workout, generally when I'm doing abs and calves, which I do every day, before I start that, they take about 15 minutes, I take my yohimbine. By that time, it's kicked in, I jump on the treadmill or step mill, and I do my 30 to 60 minutes of cardio. Every day, year round. Now, if you're dieting, I suggest you do cardio every single day. Now, a lot of my clients in my coaching, I have them do 3 times a day. Why? Because a lot of people can't adhere to 6, 7 times a day, a week. You know, a lot of people can't adhere to 6, 7 times a week. They just don't. And so you have to apply it. Now, if I have someone who's after health, I'm going to get them to 7 times a week as soon as possible. Ease them in. Also, I don't want to shock people. If someone goes from 0 cardio and you tell them 7 days a week and they have to get up and walk or stay after working out and walk, a lot of people quit. So I ease them in, and basically by the 4th or 5th week, I have my clients doing cardio every single day. A lot of us get it twisted, man. We're just looking at the bullshit. We're just looking at the muscle. We're looking at the leanness. We're looking at the fucking dryness and the hardness and all that shit and abs. That's great. But none of that means anything if you're sick. None of that means anything if you're fucking unhealthy. None of that means anything if your fucking blood pressure's through the roof. None of that means anything if your lipid levels are fucking high. None of that means anything unless you're healthy. So that's why I want cardio year round. So in summation, what should you do? And I think I explained it. If your calories are, do cardio every day, no matter what. Try to get in at least 20 to 30 minutes every single day. Okay? If you are dieting and your calories get really low, I want you to increase your cardio because it does burn extra calories. Start by adding days at 30 minutes because 30 minutes is usually the baseline of what I like. And then after you've reached that 30 minutes, after you've reached 7 days a week, start by adding 5-minute increments. And don't take your cardio over like an hour and a half. That's a lot of fucking time. And even if you're on poverty macros, man, that's a lot of cardio. Give yourself more time. Maybe there's some adjustments you can make. Maybe there's some inflammation issues you have. Maybe it's a supplement issue. Maybe it's an HRT issue. Maybe you have a sluggish thyroid. Maybe you need blood work. But generally speaking, you shouldn't need over an hour and a half of cardio. So that is my opinion. And again, I'm a unique animal. I love doing cardio. I wake up in the morning. It's a fucking ritual. I'm usually up at 3:30, 4 a.m. and I get a couple emails done. I take all my supplements. I drop that Yohimbine and Drop Factor, and I head my ass out the door. I walk my dog. If it's raining, I have a True Form treadmill in my garage. If I don't feel like, in my home gym, I'm sorry. If I don't feel like doing the True Form, I drive 10 minutes up the road to Lifetime, and I get my cardio, my shower, and everything done at Lifetime, hit the sauna. So I have a ritual, and it's how I function the best. And if I train first thing in the morning, which I have to do a lot, I'll lift weights, and then I'll do my cardio post-workout, and that's what I do year-round. So it depends on you, your likes, your dislikes. At least get in 3 days, 30 minutes for overall health. At least. Do that for me. And if you can, get in cardio every day, because it's fucking good for you. Because I don't want you to die. I want you to be healthy. And again, I do advocate the use of Yohimbine, and if you can, Drop Factor. Pre. Now, the difference is if you're doing post-workout cardio, don't take the Drop Factor because you've probably already had pre-workout like Sniper or Exalt or whatever. And if you've had those, you already have a lot of caffeine. I'm not going to throw in more caffeine. Just drop the Yohimbine about 15 minutes before you start the cardio during your training and get on with your day. I'm going to link all the Yohimbine, Drop Factor, and all that bullshit down below. Trust me, man, Yohimbine's amazing. I fucking love it. I have it in year-round. I think it's one of the reasons my abs stay veiny year-round is because for men, it tends to help release fat from your hard-to-reach areas, I like to call them, like your abs and your lower back trouble areas that have a lot of those beta receptors in them. And for females, it does help release shit from your hips, your thighs, all that. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. Hopefully this answered your questions. For all your supplement needs, shop at tigerfitness.com. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, click on the notification bell. Love you guys. Love you guys so fucking much. So glad you're here. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm Marc Lobliner. These shirts, by the way, we have the red and the blue line shirts. This is material that we custom designed ourselves. This is a dry fit like material that no one else has because we literally created it. And check out the back. Oh, yeah. Available at Tiger Fitness as well. See you guys next time. That's not a game. Every rep, every set, every workout matters, and that's why we created Intra Advantage. Look, EAA formulas on the market, they're whack, they're bunk. Why? What they do is they take the branch change, they just fairy dust the other amino acids in there, like, oh, look, it's EAA. No. You need a scientifically proven EAA formula, scientifically proven, studied, and that's why we use amino 9. Also, carbohydrate, right? Oh, I'm going to spike my insulin. That's a great way to do it if you're going to crash. You just want to crash mid-workout? No, you want consistent energy levels, but you want to fuel your muscles. Fuel them. That's why we use a combination of carb 10 and beta-cyclic dextrin. We threw in some electrolytes in there. Oh, man, this is the most perfect intra-workout formula created. EAAs, carbs, electrolyte, delicious taste, Intra Advantage. Try it today. You will never look back. You will love this product.